Sabbatical blessings. I was out in the garden, and while I was standing out here looking at the place where I planted a mango tree, and instead I have a big pumpkin patch, I started to think about the life or the lessons that you learn from life and how different it is from our traditional education system. So this is the space where I planted my mango tree, and it is you can see it. Okay, so yeah, it is the space where I used to burn a lot of the leaves and all that organic matter. So it's very rich. The soil is very rich, and so the prime place for growing something. So I ate a mango a couple months ago, and it was delicious. So I said, I'm gonna plant this mango because I want a mango tree. So I planted the mango tree, and in the process of composting, and the way I compost is, there's a way to compost. I was gonna initially start it. I got a container, and I was throwing all the peels for my potatoes and pumpkin and what else? Anything I eat, banana, all that stuff, and the things that I juice. I kind of just throw it in there, and then I was going to use worms and kind of break it down and create soil. But that was a little bit too much to do, and I was traveling a lot, so I wasn't able to kind of keep it up. So what I did when I came back here was, instead of having one space to compost, I would just throw all my peelings and all that at the base of the tree, and in this space is where I also composted. So it was just this big area, and I kind of set it up with rocks and everything. And so I threw the peels and everything in there. Apparently there were some pumpkin seeds, and they caught. And instead of pumpkins, instead of the mangoes, I have a pumpkin patch. And I'm sitting here and wondering, like, what am I going to do with all this pumpkin, right? And no mango tree. I haven't seen a mango tree yet, but it will eventually come. So I have a beautiful pumpkin patch, and I'm gonna have a ton of pumpkins because it just goes and goes and goes and goes and it goes, right? It's all in the neighborhood yard and all that stuff. So I am now wondering if I'm a complete failure, because instead of a mango tree, I have pumpkins. I can't eat all that pumpkin, so now I'm having to consider what to do, how to monetize it, how to sell it, transform it into another form, so it can be preserved over time and sold or whatever. So the lesson that I'm getting from this that's different from our traditional education system is that in education, when you've supposedly made an error or you made a mistake, you get marked wrong, and you're made to feel like you just are dumb, stupid. And when the education system now contributes to people's lack of growth or reluctance to step out of their comfort zone and try something different because they're afraid of judgment, they're afraid of we just don't know how to recover from that type of an experience when we make a mistake and we're judged. So we try not to make mistakes, except that in real life, it is through our errors that we learn. And it would encourage us to now think differently, because now I have to adjust my thinking, because what I wanted was a mango tree, and now I have pumpkins, and now I have to make some adjustments to this. And that is just life. It's not linear. It's wavy. There are no straight lines in nature. You have to learn how to maneuver and adjust through things, right? And so this is why, you know, planting a garden and learning from a garden is such an important thing, because it it is a very natural way of learning, and we can apply the skills that we get from that to other things as well, because life isn't linear. You're always going to have to make adjustments and movements. So because our education system is linear and it's this way, you know, this is what we know, we're going to tell you that, and you tell us back. And if you are able to do that well, then you pass, and if you can't do it well, then you fail. That doesn't reflect nature. And so I guess what the lesson from the gardeners today that I wanted to share was that I just want to encourage people to get comfortable stepping outside of your comfort zone, and don't worry about what people thinking. You know, if you worry about what people think too much, you're going to stay linear, stay, you know, in one straight line, and stick with what you think you know, rather than reflecting on life and making the adjustments necessary to achieve whatever objective you have. So I'm going to check to see if the mango tree is coming through, and if not, I just change the plans and plant another seed or do something else. But step outside the box, get comfortable doing something different. Don't be afraid of what people are gonna say and what people are gonna think, and you know, it's really not that important, right? So I wanted to share that with you today, and wish you sabbatical blessings. Full enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao.